More businesses are leveraging Salesforce Communities every day. With our new Take Payment component, you can payment enable those communities in minutes. Why take payments in communities? If you're running a customer service department, setting up your communities page to take payments has many benefits. Spend a few minutes configuring our Take Payment component in your community, and you've just lowered your customer service call volume. This means that you can reduce staffing overhead, or you can free up that time so that your customer service staff can work on other tasks. And taking payments in communities provides your customers with flexibility, as they don't have to make time to call or send an email to make a payment. Furthermore, our Take Payment component expands the potential value of your Salesforce community by unlocking new use cases. Turn your community into an e-commerce site where you sell goods, services, and upgrades. Utility customers can log in to pay bills or pay for move requests. Insurance companies can configure our component in their communities for subscriber payments. Banks can collect loan payments, take payments for event signups, you name it.
Do you want to learn more about Salesforce and payments? If so, we have made a special checklist for you on 10 ways to make Salesforce payments safe, easy, and profitable. Get the link in the description below.
So how does it work? From the Community Builder, simply click the Components menu, scroll to the Custom Components section, and drag the Chargent Take Payment component to your community's page. Fill in the required configuration fields and select your preferred options. Once complete, click the Publish button, confirm, then click Got It, and in just a couple of short minutes, you've added and configured the Chargent Take Payment component to your Salesforce Communities page. The user experience is seamless and familiar. Your customers can pay by card or bank account, and their payment is sent directly and securely from your Salesforce org to your payment gateway. The payment is also reflected immediately in your Salesforce org. It's that easy. Chargent's Take Payment component payment enables your Salesforce community in minutes. There's no coding or developer work required. It's click to configure, it works on any object, and it fits any page layout. Contact us today to learn more about our new Take Payment component.
In this video, you are going to learn about how to take payments using Salesforce Communities and Chargent. My name is Stacy and I'm from Chargent. So why use Chargent's Take Payments feature with your Salesforce community? That's a great question. The Take Payments feature can lower the volume of payments taken by phone and email and allow your customers to log in to make their own payments. Enabling self-service payments frees up valuable time so your team can focus on other more important tasks. Take Payments is available on Chargent's Platform or Enterprise Edition and requires a Salesforce Community license. Let's jump in and talk about how to set it up. In order to do the configuration, we are going to need the following: a lookup field for the charge and order, a custom currency field for the charge amount, and your gateway record ID. You can also create a lookup to your billing contact record. However, it's not required to configure your community page to take payments. Today, I'm going to use the account record. Here are the steps. Step 1, create the custom fields and copy the field names. These will be used later during the setup. Remember, for the charge and order lookup field, the data type should be lookup relationship. For the charge amount field, the data type would be currency. If you aren't familiar with creating custom fields in Salesforce, you should check out the Salesforce Trailhead Work with Standard and Custom Fields. Step 2, copy the gateway record ID. Use the app launcher to search and select gateways. When you click on the gateway that you want to use, the record ID will be in the URL. Let's copy that and paste it for later when we configure the community page. Step 3, add the Take Payment Lightning Web component to your community page. Click the gear icon and choose Setup. Search the quick find for communities and choose All Communities. If you don't see any communities, you will need to create one before we proceed. You want to click the link to your builder next to your community name to access the details. Once you are in the builder, you can click the Home drop-down menu at the top. Navigate to the page detail, which will pull up an existing account record. Click the lightning bolt to bring up the Salesforce Lightning Web components. If you scroll to the bottom, you will see Custom Components. Drag the Chargent Take Payments into the page. You will now see the pop-up to add the gateway ID and field names. Step 4, Configure the component by pasting in the gateway record ID and the field names which we copied earlier. You can also change the name of the page along with bank account and bank number. For example, if you are in Australia, you may want the bank number to read BSB number, and if you are in the US, you will most likely to want it to read routing number. Do you want to learn more about Salesforce and payments? If so, we have made a special checklist for you on 10 ways to make Salesforce payments safe, easy, and profitable. Get the link in the description below. Step 5, test and publish the page. When you are finished updating the field names, you can click the preview button to see how it looks and test it. You should use the test credit card information specific to your payment gateway. If the transaction is successful, you will receive a green check mark showing that the transaction was approved. You should also test by going to your community site URL and logging in as a user. Remember, you have permissions as the system administrator that others do not. To do this, you may first need to configure the permissions based on the user profile and grant access to the community. Testing thoroughly will ensure that your customers have the best community experience. When you are done testing and everything is processing correctly, click the Publish button to push the update to your Communities page. You are now set up to take payments through the Salesforce Community page.
Chargent Classic works really well inside of Salesforce Communities. I want to take a quick look today and show you some ideas about how you might be able to set this up for your Salesforce community. Keep in mind, this isn't a product, this is really just an idea about how you could do this if you were interested. So today, we're impersonating Elvis. We're going to go in and log in as a community user for Elvis, and here's a very basic community we've set up. I'm going to go into the My Account area. And inside of my account, we can see that there's several bills. We can see that there's been 3 bills that have been paid. There's a relatively fresh bill that just came out today. There's a bill from last month. If I scroll down the page, I can see what meters are involved. So we're actually doing this as a public utility in this particular instance. And I can also see what the different meter readings are down below. And this is all based off custom objects that have been put inside of Salesforce, including these bills. I'm going to go ahead and select 2 bills. I'm going to click Pay These Bills. And when it comes up, I'll see this nice lightning-based pay bill page. We're happy to give you this code if you like. It's quite basic, to be frank. But if you go in, I could select an existing payment. So I could select this one that's a Visa ending in 1111, but I want to show a couple other things. So I'm going to go ahead and do a new payment source today. In this example, we really are just doing payment via credit card or a debit card or a prepaid card. Any of those things would work. This could easily be integrated with bank accounts. So here in the States, of course, ACH or direct debit other places in the world. And I'm going to set an expiration date. A couple of things I want to point out real quick. You'll notice everything's highlighted in green. If I had actually fat-fingered that number, it would turn out in red for me, letting me know I had an issue. I can see that I got my CVV also completed. And then the system's letting me know it's time to go to Next and review the payment. Here I can see the 2 payments the 2 bills I'm attempting to make payment on right now. I can also see my total of $154.44. I can go ahead and confirm payment. And here we go, a nice big green check mark letting me know that everything's been approved. The date, time, other piece I would expect. I can just go ahead and close this out. One other thing that we integrated into this particular proof of concept demo is you can see that the payment sources that I just used as well as the other one that was on file are both here and able to be used later. And so Elvis, in this case, if you wanted to delete one of these, certainly could do that. And of course, if I were to log out and go back into Salesforce, I would see all the data in there just like you would expect. Thanks for taking time to review this proof of concept demo for Salesforce Communities integrated with Chargent. We hope this inspires you and help you figure out new ways to use Chargent in your Salesforce environment.
My name is Micaiah, and at Chargent, we're dedicated to helping Salesforce customers like you keep your payments simple. I want you to head on over to this video here, and I'll see you over there. And remember, at Chargent, we are always here to help.